Oh my God.
Hi guys, long time no see, eh? Believe me, came back to the YouTube is much more harder job than win a fight against Russia. Really sorry for this pause, but I was really busy on my daily works.
I'm gonna mess you up! Give it up! Nowhere to go.
And we finished many huge projects around the constructions, and I did many other smaller jobs. Now I have a bit of time to share with you guys what we are doing here now, because as you can see now the whole studio is just a big mess. So the reason for this big mess is this new mic booth or mic room inside in my studio, and this is the version 4.0. Few weeks ago I got a really interesting request from a movie company that's sitting in Hanover or Dortmund, and now they want me to do these dry synchron records here in my studio. So I was really happy with the previous one, but it has only one small problem. The previous mic booth had some kind of frequency response characteristic, what I always corrugated with my lovely Artwash channel mic preamp, so with the EQ and the compressor section. Under the studio works, of course, they will drop on it different kind of effects and EQing and filtering and what's not, including really special atmospheric effects and environmental effects, delays, echoes, whatever. So if the dry material is really flat, okay, then they don't have to spend a lot of time about and around the EQing of the track. After these test records, I decided, okay, the old mic booth has to go and I wanna build a new one.
Based on some kind of scientific and mathematic magic. Actually, this is a black magic.
A few words about the construction. First of all, I built a really lightweight frame from aluminum, okay? And I used this really cheap profile from the Bauhaus, and the Bauhaus also has other kind of elements for it. So altogether this system, it's a really smart and really cheap solution to build almost any kind of spatial frames, forms, formulas, shapes, whatever. They have a really nice catalog in the shop which is showing many pretty amazing ideas what you can build from this system. For example, this you can see it's a freely adjustable angle. This one is a half T joint, this one is a cross joint, and you can fix this plastic part with a small screw, as I did on this section. Now let's talk about the sizes, because one of the magic from my mathematical calculations came from the size itself. The height is 2 meters. The width on the back wall, really important, so the width on the back wall is 141 centimeter. This wall is 136, but this one is 145, and the front is 150. So altogether the whole room is it's like a random shape, yeah? What you cannot see from the side and you cannot see from here, of course, because the walls are not parallel and are not 90 degree to each other, okay, then the sound wave cannot jump from this side to there and reflect it back exactly to the same point where it started. And as you know, smaller the room, bigger this room effect. So the top section, it's 50 centimeter. This one here, it's 65 and the bottom is 70. Why the smaller is on the top and why the bigger is on the bottom is about the bass frequencies. Now you can understand. So all the low frequencies, if they want to resonate, they always want to resonate close to the floor. And this is the phenomenon what we can use here in the mic booth. Why? Of course, the human voice is containing also low, high and mid frequencies. Mostly mid and high frequencies, but we really hate to deal with the low frequencies. So if we have the low frequencies to go there and do all the magic on the bottom, then we can be sure there is no low frequencies up here, so the energy level of the low frequencies here is much more lower than over there. So, because the microphone is also placed here, of course, and the sound source is also here, of course, then you know the room itself, because of this sectioning behind the diffuser, it will have the low frequencies to go down and die over there. So how a heck I can build here 5 or 6 or 7 meter long resonators and dead resonators to kill the bass frequencies when my room is only 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter around.
Let me show you the trick. So the trick is living here.
So I have here a really interesting channel system. It's more than 12 meter long. Until to the corner of this wall, it's 5.5 meter. The diffuser material will allow the low frequencies to go behind the top surface, okay, and go deeply into these channels. When the low frequency is coming here, of course, because in this direction, okay, there is no resistance. So the low frequencies, they are always moving much more air, okay, with a really high velocity compared to the high frequencies. And the diffuser material itself, it's filtering out the mid and high frequencies, so all the low frequency pressure waves, and this is really important, the pressure waves can go behind the top surface of the diffuser. Of course, lower the frequency, bigger the wavelength, so the pressure wave will travel to almost to the end and there is no way back. Why is no way back? Because when the previous pressure wave wanna come back from the other end of the wall, the new pressure wave is already inside and is going exactly on the opposite direction where the reflected pressure waves want to come back. Let's move to here. Okay, so the story here almost the same. After every 90 centimeter, I dropped inside a full closure. So the labyrinth is much more shorter. It's about 51 meter, 150, and the end of this labyrinth is somewhere here. So it's about 2 meter. Okay, let's move up. Now here the story is totally different. First of all, each section, it's closed. I can make it visible. Okay, so each section, it's closed and it's really small. Okay, so one section like this, it's about 25 centimeter. Yeah, so this is about 25 centimeter and 10 centimeter the width. So what's going on here? You know, the human voice is one of the most interesting instruments in a whole universe. The human voice is based on 500 hertz steps or formants. This is actually the base of the human voice. We have to do something with the 500 Hz and around 1.5 kilohertz. Now, the length of this section is 25 centimeter. So, the resonance frequency of this section alone, it's about 1.3 kilohertz. Okay, so the 500 Hz will die somewhere here. The really low frequencies will die over there in this really long tunnel. The 1.5 kilohertz and 1.3 kilohertz will die here. Okay, so what's going on with the 3 kilohertz? The 3 kilohertz will not travel in this direction, okay, mostly. The 3 kilohertz wanna do like this. So this one here is the perfect size for the 3 kilohertz. Okay, now you ask what I will do with the much more higher frequencies. Of course, the much more higher frequencies, they will die inside in a diffuser. Okay, so altogether, what I want to achieve with this design is the absolute linear characteristic without any kind of echo or reflection or room sound, whatever, even if my mic booth is not bigger than 1.5 by 1.5 meter. Now let's talk about the materials itself. This is a special polystyrol what we are using in a construction field to build sound isolation chambers and tubes and whatever around the sewage systems, the pipe systems and the air conditioner systems, because this type of polystyrol has a really nice trick inside. You see these gray dots everywhere? So the white polystyrol is this really normal harder polystyrol, but these gray ones, they're really soft and really easy to compress. So what's going on when the sound waves hitting this polystyrol? The gray ones will change the shape and they will absorb a lot of energy. So on this way, I got here millions of really small, tiny resonant chamber, or what is this? I don't have clue. But let me show you other trick. So this section here, it's 90 centimeter. This one here, it's actually a hidden resonant chamber from the top to the bottom. And this section here, it's only 45 centimeter. On the mirror side, I have a total opposite. So this section here is the 45, here is the resonant tube, and on the back side, this is the 90. So how this acoustic shortcut is working, it's pretty complicated, but you easily can understand. In a speakers, you know, in those guys over there, you can find reflex tubes. So what's the big deal with the tubes? The tubes, they're holding a volume of the air, okay? So the volume of the air has a weight inside. So this acoustic shortcut with this delay line inside, again, will kill a lot of reflected low frequencies. So from that I have 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one will come into the door.
Okay, now you ask now where is the black magic in this mic room?
The total width of the wall, it's about 8.5 centimeter. But this 3.5 inch solution will do a same job like 30 centimeter of pure sound isolation or glass fiber wall. Let's talk about the diffuser. 1 week ago I ordered small samples from different kind of acoustic textiles and curtains and really special I don't know how they call it even, like room separators or whatever. So I got a pack of samples, and I find in this pack one which is pretty amazing. Really heavy, really thick, and of course this was the most expensive. So we're talking about 280 euro per square meter.
Of course I wanna know what is inside, eh? This expensive acoustic curtain.
So I took my blade and I opened this spatial sample, and guess what I find inside? Multiple layer of this. Eh? So what is this actually? This is recycled textiles from households. Yeah. So here in Germany, people they're dropping all the clothes and textiles and home textiles, whatever, into these yellow boxes. And from these yellow boxes, one company is separating the good ones, but all the rest will go into the shredder. And from the shredder, after of course cleaning, whatever, this is what they get. Polystyrene and cotton, even metal. Let me show you. I always find some. Here is one. Maybe this was a really expensive cardigan in the past. Yeah, see, here is other kind of metal fiber inside. I hope you can see, yeah? Okay, let's talk about the price. This one cost 50 cents per square meter. So 250 euro per square meter or 50 cents per square meter. By the way, this is a really heavy textile. It's actually 500 grams per square meter, okay? And this one you can find in every Home Depot, OB, Bauhaus, Hornbach, whatever, as a packing material. This one costs 3,50 euro, but the size is 2 meters by 1.5 meters, so 3 square meters. So my plan here is to drop from this really heavy, really thick cloth 4 layer or 5 layer, and with this I will get average 2.5 kilogram per square meter mass. Okay. The most expensive acoustic curtain is only 1.5 kilogram per square meter. This one will be 2.5 kilogram per square meter. I think I have here like 100 meter from this, and this is what I will push into this small room. And then, of course, I will finish the framework for the door, and I will build the door system. So I don't have corners. Again, the same trick what we did here on the studio, where is this long base straps. Yeah, you can see. It's a kind of small base strap. I hope this will work about 400-500 hertz, something like this.
7 hours later.
I even didn't finish the new mic boost, but we already used for one record. Let me show you how it looks like after the first movie synchron job. So this is what I have here. A secondary video monitor output from the Elviva mixer, okay? And the guy who worked here, he taped his scripts right in front of the monitor. And the movie what we synchronized partly together with this Hanover company, this will be the Kundali 21. I don't know what is this.
But definitely a really nice Bollywood movie.
This is the AKG 420, and today I just dropped this diffuser textile on a wall, so nothing is fixed, as you can see. Only 2 layer is fixed to the wall already. So this one now is just hanging here. This is how it looks like. But we already did one record. Even a door is not finished, yeah? You can see, so how we solve this issue today. So this is how we did today the first record. So this is again a really heavy textile, and this is extra heavy. I don't know how it's called. Like it's a kind of blanket, but really heavy. So it's like 5 or 7 kilogram. I'm not joking. So this is what I dropped to the entrance, because of course we just hanged up the new door system here, and we didn't finish. So the guys left around 5 o'clock, something like this, and this voice actor, he came after 6 o'clock.
The next day,
No, I'm almost finished with the mic booth. So all the walls are finished, and I just dropped here a few wood lines as a design element. And this is also helped me to keep this really heavy, really thick 4 layer of textile on a wall. And of course, I can fix many other smaller things to these wood lines. For example, over there you can see this is where I mounted light stand, and I got this really nice, really small shelf with drawer inside from the IKEA, and this is really nice bamboo wood, something like this, and this is how I fixed to the wall. You can see. So again, I use this aluminum profile with this really special hinges, and no, it's really solid and really pretty. And of course I will close the surfaces everywhere with the diffuser foam. At the moment I just dropped here this one, and the ceiling is almost the same construction, but I choose this crocodile style leather on the top of it. It's not changed at all, the sound. So the diffuser behind it, it's almost the same like what we have in a wall. And I didn't finish the door because I want to show you guys the door itself, because as I said, this is not only a door, this is a door system. It's absolutely the same construction what we have in a wall, as you can see. So on the bottom, yeah, there is this really long line which is going like this. The middle section is exactly the same like what we have in a wall, and the top section, it's again like 90% similar. So all these small gaps and holes and everything is the same like what we have inside in a wall. But there is something else. Huh? I hope you can see through the door. So let me show you the other side of the door, because the trick is on this side. Yeah? So we have here a really weird construction and weird angles everywhere, and the door is sectioned to 2 parts. So let me explain to you what's going on here. You know, this room, it's only 1.5 by 1.5 meter and 2 meter high. So it's all together like 6 cubic meter of air. So when one person is going inside, is equal like a 600 watt electric radiator. If 2 person going inside, is equal like 1.2 kilowatt of heating. And if 1 person is staying inside, if we don't have any kind of ventilation, then of course after 30 minutes or 20 minutes, the artist inside will get a really bad mood.
What kind of place is this? There's no...
So this is why you and everybody need a small ventilation solution if the mic booth is that small. Okay, so this part inside is the diffuser and all the acoustic tricky, and this part here, it's only about the ventilation, but with acoustic trick. So the idea is, of course, to use the thermal convection inside in a room. So when the person is standing inside, okay, then the body will generate heat. So then of course the heated air is much more thinner than the cold air. So all the hot air will want to go up to the ceiling. And here I have a hole which is connected to the inside room, okay? So when the sound is coming from here, it's really barely can pass these really weird angles and reflections. The hot air and the used air, which is full with bad CO2.
How dare you!
So this air will come to here. Okay, now the outside part of the door. This is the plate which will go on it, and as you can see, it's inside. Again, I installed a small acoustic foam, and this is through everywhere inside. When this plate will go to the door, let me show you. Roughly, so I just dropped there. Now let's see what's going on with the cold air. The story is the same, but everything is upside down. So in this case, the cold air will come in this area, okay? So this is where is this cutout. And then the cold air will go like this and will go into the room. But what's going on with the sound? And this is where this really weird angles came to the picture and where this angle is came to the picture. So let's say we have a sound outside from the mic booth, okay? And this sound wanna go in. So let's say this sound wave wanna go like this, okay? So we go. First reflection, second reflection, third reflection, fourth, fifth, and because I have here this angle, okay, then from here everything is like accelerated. So from this point, the third reflection will be even get more reflected angle. So then it will go back exactly to the point where it came in. Let's see what's going on with the sound waves, which wanna come like this, okay? So it first will hit this wall, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. So it's like a really long, multiple reflections inside, and every reflection, of course, will be dampened by this foam. We can say after 5 or 6 reflection, there is no sound wave at all which can pass even this part. Because I have this 50 degree here, so not 45, then everything will be reflected back to the channel, okay? Now what's going on this side? The story is almost the same, plus because we have here this 15 degree angle on the side, then this whole area here is working like a cone, okay? And because we have here a cone, of course, the transformation between the two different impedance for the sound is much more better than just a simple straight pipe. So the sound waves will transformed from the hole, okay, into this big chamber. And from this big chamber, again, there is no way for the sound to go out. Straight wave coming here, hitting this wall, then hitting this wall, and then going back, almost exactly to the same point. So for the waves, there is no escape from this area. But for the normal air, which just wanna flow between the two holes because of the convection inside in the mic booth, of course this air can go freely and go into the hole. And I spent a lot of time on the front of the computer to design the perfect angles, and I played a lot with the sound wave simulation and with the reflection simulations, and this is how I came out.
3:28 a.m.
99% done, and you can see the inside and outside part of the door is completely isolated, yeah, with these foam stripes. And inside, this is how it looks like now. Of course, I will do here some really nice wood frame for the ventilation hole.
And this is how I solved the missing handle from the door at the moment.
Because yesterday we got more job from this Hanover movie company. So we did a lot of synchron works here. As you can see, many pages. One is a kind of Russian movie series about some middle-aged Russian king, something. The other one is a really modern Bollywood movie series again, about some mafia family, and the third one is just one simple movie. So from January we will get more job from this Hanover movie company. Now I just have to work a bit on my automation system in LV1 mixer, and I have a plan to replace this really big, huge monitor to something smaller. I did here another kind of trick because yesterday I just realized this lamp, so the meta section, this cone here, it can resonate on a specific frequency, but now it's absolutely okay. It was horrible before. And the same story I had with the springs here. Yeah, you see? So now all the springs are dumped with the foam. I have a plan to buy a new microphone, which is a really interesting microphone. Don't worry, I really love this microphone, this AKG Perception 420. Absolutely natural sound, very good performance, really low noise level. I think this is one of the best microphones from the AKG what you can buy for a really cheap. But the new one will not came from the AKG.
It's something else.
Yeah, the new one costs like 1,600 something euro, and I already have a plan to modify it from the opening of the box. I already contacted with the company what they think about my modification, and they're really interested on the results. So this will be definitely a really good video. And that's it. I think I am done. Of course we will do some tests here inside. Let me show you. You guys remember for this baby? Huh? And you know I have another really interesting device, which is the sound generator speaker system. And of course we will do some really funny video on the next week about all the measurements and all the corrections, and this will be a really funny video. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. My advice, never buy this, okay? This is a piece of garbage compared to this one. This one, you just spray a tiny bit and you can fix a car to your ceiling. Meanwhile, this one cannot hold even a piece of polystyrol on a wall, not on a ceiling.
Oh, 3-in-1, yeah? Permanent. Korrigerbar, wieder absolut
Yeah, I have to lose some weight, I'm sure.
So this is B R mic booth booth 4.0. Huh?
With my old mic booth, the old mic. Schnitt. Don't scrub your microphone, eh?